Hey everybody, it's me, High Priestess, and today I'm going to be taking another look at Gord TV radio. You're listening to Brett Keane, Gord TV radio. And I have my fan on because it's hot as fuck and I'm not turning it off. And I just got out of the shower, so I'm not getting on camera. I look like shit. So, last time I was on here talking about Brett, I was pretty wasted. So I don't remember. Wait a minute. It's coming back to me. I was watching a video about not Scotty. Or was it Scotty? Scotty Kirk destroyed by Brett Keane. Okay. I want to know... Oh, where the fuck was it? See, everything that was gone beyond 2 months ago is gone. Okay, so let's watch this. If you don't know who Jared Genesis is, he's a PDF file here on the internet, and he's just out here, just allowed to be out here, I guess. But I know in one video, he, said something about Brett Keane. In a friendly way, I guess. But let's see that. Jared Genesis canceled by Brett Keane. I'm sure. I'd probably have a crazy ass intro I have to fucking skip. Yeah, whatever. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Brett Keane Show. Let's go.
I don't care about age. I date anybody. It doesn't matter. I don't follow society's rules. And, people think ill of me for that, but it doesn't matter to me. I never
As they should.
That's why Chris calls me a pedo and all these funny names. Even though he's
a pedo and all these funny names. And you got to admire down here at the bottom left corner Brett's gif.
I don't think there's a word that can describe his level of sickness, but if you feel you have chemistry towards someone,
yuck.
Like you connect in a spiritual way, then go for it.
What?
Whether they're, 14, 48, 99, whatever, doesn't matter, dude.
Yes, it does.
Sure, 12 is cool with me. That's great, man.
See, this is where Brett's little thing in the corner is kind of fucking him over. Because, if you just take out, old Jared over here, take him out. Oh, you can't even see Brett's fucking face. You can't even see what the fuck I'm talking about. If you just zoom in. Just zoom in. Hold on. It's gonna be good, I promise. It's gonna be funny. Because I hate that he's got this gif. Instead of coming on camera. Lol, coming on camera. Alright, is that better? Will this work? How does it look? Nope, still looks like shit. Let's block... Okay, block Jared out. Here's Brett, and now listen.
See, the funny thing about adolescents is they never sold their soul yet. And so they still have purity in them. And if you can get one young like that, then that's freaking great.
Oh my fucking god. That's fucked up what Jared said. But to... Oh shit. That's fucking funny. Alright, let me try to fix this. Yeah, sometimes I don't know how shit looks and then I just go ahead and stream. Okay. There. I've fixed the situation. Here we go.
Most of the time, though, their parents probably wouldn't be cool with that, and that's understandable. But the funny thing is, a lot of parents are so stupid, and they insult their own children, saying, well, my kid can't date someone younger because their brain hasn't developed. Because basically, it's like saying they're stupid. My kid's stupid. So I don't want them dating someone older because they're just going to make stupid choices because they're dumb.
No, it's because a child shouldn't be fucking dating anybody, let alone a fucking adult, you fucking weirdo. So it's all known that Jared Genesis is a PDF file. He's a fucking weirdo here on the internet. This is a younger video of him. He don't look like this now. Motherfucker don't even wear clothes and shit now. But like I said, he had mentioned something about Brett. I just wonder, is Brett gonna say something? That's what I'm waiting for. I come here to hear what he said, what he has to say about Jared. This is all pretty self-explanatory and what Jared is, but I want to know what Brett has to say about him.
What kind of piece of crap parent says that? Hell yes, I would, dude. I would date an 11-year-old, 9-year-old, doesn't matter. Spiritual.
Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you? There's something wrong with you for wanting to date a child. I don't care what kind of fucking way you want to try to look at it or word it or interpret it. It's fucking weird, and people like Jared Genesis should be put down. So yeah, there's no hope that they should be put down or castrated. There's no hope for pedophiles. They're not people. I don't care.
Aspect of it. If I spiritually connect to someone, it doesn't.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brett Keene, and you're watching and listening to God TV Radio. As many of you know, I have a strict policy that I do not endorse or support, nor welcome pedophiles to my show. Some people might say, but Brett, you were willing to have Chris Jones on a while back, the friend of Kent Hovind. Well,
I'm really glad you brought it up first.
Well, Chris Jones claimed that he never did anything like that.
But he was convicted 6 times for touching kids.
Claimed that he was being framed.
He wasn't being framed by Bohemian Grove. He wasn't being framed by no fucking New World Order. Chris Jones is a PDF file that assaulted a young boy at Dinosaur Adventureland. Go on.
Falsely accused. And because of my anti-perception and outlook on the government and how it's lied to people and...
Oh, get fucked, Brett Keene.
...falsely done things to many people, I question the government. I question a great deal of things, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, well, you should be smart enough at, 47 fucking years old. You should be smart enough to know when somebody is blowing smoke up your ass.
What a skeptic does, right? A skeptic question.
No, you're trying to defend wanting to have Chris on your show, which I don't even think you should be defending. Because, no one's saying don't talk to these people. You got Kiwi Tapes and MCC. Who was that other dude? They talk to PDF files. They talk to Jupiter, getting them to fucking tell on themselves. And that's exactly why Chris Jones didn't hop on in there to get on your show, because what the fuck could he really say? Because it's some serious shit. If he didn't do it, and if he was falsely accused, he should have no fucking issue standing up on social media and being like, I didn't do this. But he did it. And you know he did it. And you know Kent Hovind is a fucking wife beater and a fucking child abuser and a PDF file enabler, Brett. That's what pissed me off that's what pissed me off so much about you when I discovered you. The way you would flip and flop, turn against Cindy, and then turn against Kent, and then you're not consistent. But I'm sorry. Let's go on.
Especially when you've experienced over and over something like that happening. So I know what a lot of you are going to say, but Brett, you just recently made a video stating that the guy can come on your show. And you said that you would give him a chance, and you felt like he was bullied and mistreated, and that the atheists were being assholes to him. I still hold to my stance that atheists are assholes.
No, fuck you, because you know what? PDF file. You was willing to have him on there. I don't recall a time where you thought that Chris Jones was being bullied and the atheists were being mean to him. It wasn't atheists, you fucking dingbat. And I know for a fucking fact that you know that because you were fucking balls deep in everybody else's business. Everyone involved with that Dinosaur Adventureland situation, you knew about all that. You knew about everybody's business and that. Because I would see you on the live shows, on everybody's shows. And I seen you also trying to kiss Mark Stoney's ass too, but Mark Stoney can see right through your shit, so can I. Everybody can see right through your shit. It wasn't atheists being mean to Chris Jones. It was Cindy Lincoln and Mark Stoney trying to fucking let people know what the fuck. And Julie Shunk too. And Julie's husband. Julie Shunk's husband, which I think was like a supporter or a member or a patron or something of yours. Nick, yeah. And I heard poor Nick didn't really know what kind of fucking person you are. But you're misrepresenting this, and I think that that's really fucked. And that is the whole thing. That is my whole thing against Brett Keane. Is he's such a wishy-washy fuck and is not consistent. And his little herd of friends that he has, he's going to know. Or, I mean, I'm sorry, they're going to know. They're going to know what, you know, what everyone else's problems have been. Like, oh, excuse me, I don't know why, like, people in his friend group haven't, like, sat through and watched, like, the Drunken Peasant shit. I don't know if, like, if you just want to focus on all the petty fat jokes and toothless jokes and gray-haired jokes and duplicitous fuck jokes that they made about you, and that's all you want to focus on, and not the bigger picture, that's fine. You know, it's like TJ said, it's not like Brett Keane was some innocent little sapling walking along, minding his own business. That's not what was going on. And it's like Paul said, anytime you try to extend the olive branch to Brett, he breaks it off and he sticks it up your ass. And it's also like what Ben said. In 10 years, that fucking shit hanging down off your neck is going to look like a fucking rooster thing. You know, a rooster neck. And he was right. What did Scotty say about you that was right? Let's think. I don't know. But yeah, listen to all of that. Like, I think it's so crazy that there's people that... I'm sorry. Let's go. Let's continue.
Not get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. I still hold to that view. However, a Christian did give me a link, and there were a couple non-believers out there that sent me messages saying, hey man, this Jared Genesis is a pedophile. Now, just by making an accusation on the internet that somebody's doing this or doing that isn't enough for me. I hear people call each other horrible fucking shit for the last...
You are the kind of person that will come on the internet and just say horrible, terrible shit. Remember Happy Cabby? How you kept calling him a pedophile and drug his name through the mud, and then once he died, you missed your dear friend? Yeah, you know you can't believe anything that you hear on the internet because you know that there are people like you out here that exist, Brett.
20 years. I've heard things accused about me and said about me, so when people come making accusations and they don't provide any evidence and shit, I'm going to give a person the benefit of the doubt. That's what normal, rational, logical thinking people do. However...
So you heard these atheists say terrible things about Chris Jones. Okay? There's proof Chris Jones is a PDF file. Several times he has been convicted of being a fucking PDF file, okay? And then the thing about Jared, too, it's all on there. The proof is on there, just like the proof was on there with Chris Jones. That fucking meeting that they had when they recorded Kent and Chris and Paul and Cindy was in that conversation. This was the meeting that happened after Mark Stoney left because Kent wouldn't stop allowing this pedophile to visit. So, whatever. I mean, you're just as fucked as, like, these other people, in my opinion.
This Christian guy who claims to not be subscribed to the Drunken Peasants or any of this bullshit that's going on.
What's going on? What's the other bullshit that's going on?
On God a while back, and he stopped watching people like Drunken Peasants and all that, and apparently some of his reasons is because he found out that the Amazing Atheist had a relationship with a underage girl.
I want to know what the Amazing Atheist has to do with the Drunken Peasants in this point in time. That's what I want to know. You keep mixing the two together when the two are not affiliated with each other anymore. And was there proof that T.J. Kirk had in a relationship with an underage girl? I think it's something you tried to say about him back in the day, too.
As well as underage boy. And he also discovered...
As well as underage boy. As well as a banana up his asshole situation.
Something that many atheists already knew this, but Ben from the Drunken Peasants actually cheated on his girlfriend, who was a proper and appropriate age, with underage minors who just so happened to be fans of the Drunken Peasants at the time.
I really don't have seen any evidence of that, but I am new to the fan base. But I just don't see that. I mean, look, him cheating on his girlfriend, that ain't none of our businesses. I don't know. It doesn't change how I feel about him as a podcast host, a content creator, and all the little side things that he does. I couldn't give a fuck less what he does in his personal life, unless he was talking to minors, but there's not been any evidence for that, and I feel like in my 2 years of being part of the fucking fan base and shit, like, that's something I probably would have heard. And I've tried to look, because I've tried to find out what happened and why did they all split up, because classic DP was fire, especially when you had people like Paul Zigo and TJ on there just fucking tearing you a new one. But I mean, even though that's not really what Drunken Peasants really does anymore, I mean, they still talk about you from time to time, but trust me, that's not the most hype shit going on. But yeah, he just tries to, I don't know, this is a clout video for sure. Like, why don't he just play what he said about Brett?
So ironically, the same assholes who got around to exposing a pedophile are also pedophiles themselves. What a circuit.
Dude, you just say whatever the fuck you want with no consequences, huh? I mean, I know I'm over here saying what the fuck I want, but I ain't over here calling nobody a fucking pedophile. No one that isn't a convicted, registered fucking pedophile.
Fucking world we live in, right, folks? It's fucking disgusting. You know, I'm pretty stiff about this. I really am. I really felt sorry for this guy. I felt like he was just another one of the fucking, like, unwealthy people with...
Kind of like the whole thing with like, Joseph Martelli, too. Like, oh, I felt bad for him. I thought he was being picked on by atheists like I was. It's, like, always your cop-out default excuse for... I mean, you ain't hanging out or associating with Jared, I don't guess. But, I don't know. That's always your excuse where you're talking about slum fucks that you're fucking with. Is, well, I felt bad for them. They were a Christian. Oh, that's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Flaws and issues that were simply being bullied out there. I felt bad for him, and I felt like I wanted to reach out.
It is just so crazy that a man that is literally old enough to be my father, 47 years old, is just such a whiny crybaby. It's just a bunch of whiny crybaby bullshit. And like I think I said in my last stream, there have been friends of Brett Keane that I've talked to, and they're always like, "Man, he's had a hard life." And I'm like, "Okay, you're not the only one whose daddy fucking beat you. Okay? You're not the only one with a sad, terrible fucking life. You know, you're not the only one that had your shit rocked at a young age and was helpless and defenseless and couldn't do nothing about it. You're not the only fucking one. You know, not all of us fucking spent 20 goddamn years on the internet being a duplicitous fucking piece of shit." I'm really excited to be out here talking about Brett. I have been fantasizing about doing this pretty much ever since I discovered this fuck. So yeah.
What I do. Unfortunately, it's something that's got me in trouble over 100 times in the last 20 years on YouTube. But what the hell do? You kind of find yourself in a conundrum. Do you want to make new friends? Do you want to try to reach out to people? And sometimes you don't know everything or what the hell is going on through this person's fucking mind whenever you're doing this.
But like, I want to know, what else are you watching? Like, I mean, this is something that a lot of people already knew about Jared Genesis. I mean, all you have to do is a simple search. Look at somebody's channel. I don't know if Jared still has the comments turned off on his shit, because there were some other creepy fucks in his comments. That was crazy. It just, you're trying to play this whole plausible deniability card, and it's just fucking old, and it's so fucking transparent, and man, like, just thank God I discovered who Brett Keane is, because I realized I got a lot of Brett Keanes in my fucking life, and what I have learned from this experience is that just to distance myself from these fucks. My big ass nose just hit my mic. Like, if I tried to stand straight, like flat, like, you know, straight up against the wall, you want to know what would touch the wall first? It wouldn't be my titties. Right now, it'd probably be my gut. But most of the time, it is my nose.
I mean, half the people I have on my show could be like the next Norman Bates, you know, the upgrade. You know, run the Bates Motel.
Well, the type of fucking company that you keep, with the type of fucking company you keep, yeah, I bet you've met quite a few Norman Bateses in your career on YouTube.
You know, dead corpses and shit, and stapling birds up on their basement wall, and, you know, I don't fucking know.
That's really weird, Brett. That's really weird.
But I do thank people for this. Some of you out there, you said that you wanted to show me this and prove this to me because you were worried about my reputation. I'll be honest with you.
Nobody said that. Nobody messaged him and said that. None of his friends, like, this is why I'm saying this. I don't know anybody in the DP fan base that would message Brett and be like, "Hey, Brett," unless they were just like, I don't know, trying to get him to make a video about it. But Brett does this thing where he's like, "Oh, I've got several questions from atheists, Muslims, pagans, and Jews. I've got all these questions from them." And no, you didn't. You got one comment. You know, and I'm sure nobody said that. I'm sure nobody cares. I'm sure you just keep an ear and eye inside of DP, because you're still trying to use that grift. You're still trying to use you're just still trying to get attention from him. You know it, and you know it too. That's why I just don't really buy into all your bullshit. Like, maybe I'm a bit naive, but I've been back and forth. There's probably no good side to Brett Keane, but then again, maybe there is. But I don't know a lot of people that are willing to do what it takes and put up with what you have to put up with, because I've heard he's a needy fuck, so, yeah.
I don't give a fuck about an internet reputation. If anybody out there cares...
Oh my god, how many times do I have to keep stopping this video? What do you mean you don't give a fuck about your internet reputation? You care too fucking much about your internet reputation. That's why... I mean, because I've been lurking around on your channel for 2 years now, And I've seen so many different videos come and go. You private so many things. You take down so much shit. Like, anyone who does that gives a fuck about their internet reputation. You know, and you are so insecure about your reputation. And, you know, if you, I don't know, you're just so, like, not self-aware. I wish some people would, like, do a whole saga on me so I could figure out what in the fuck is wrong with me, so I could see my life from an outsider's perspective. But then again, we only truly know what you put on here, and I just have a hard time believing this is really who you are. You know, and if it is, I feel bad for Dorn, for real. Lazy as fuck. I'd be mad as fuck.
Your internet reputation, then you're in serious trouble, because you will not survive if you actually put any kind of, like, credence into the concept of how people perceive you on the internet. There's one thing I learned in my first few months of ever uploading a video, is that no matter what you say, no matter how cool you are, no matter how decent you are, no matter how lovable and cuddly you are, in the end, there's going to be people who fucking hate you.
When have you been lovable and cuddly, Brett? Genuinely, I want to know, when have you been all these things that you've just named off? Show me. I want to know.
Maybe it's not because of something you said. Maybe it's because of your fucking face. Maybe your face gets on their nerves and they just can't stop watching you because they have some kind of obsessive disorder. I don't know.
I know you're referring to DP and people that react to you or whatever, but you're just more focused on all the personal attacks that people have made at you over the years. You're not really hearing what they're actually saying. Okay? And I just think you know what kind of persona you put out on the internet. Like I've told you in a conversation I've had with you. You remind me of my brother. And no, Brett, my brother is not an awesome person. My brother is somebody that went through a lot and is going through currently his own battles, and I can't speak to him anymore, you know, because he gets crazy, he gets violent, he starts threatening people. I mean, I'm sure you understand. You got a couple restraining orders out against you, or you did back in the day. You know, you got some DV charges against you. You should understand what it's like to be in a dysfunctional ass family, and you say a lot of loaded things, looking for a reaction. I believe a lot of it is for shock value. And if you just admit that it is, everyone would just be so much better off. It really makes me cringe knowing that there's somebody like you out there. And I mean, if this is really you in real life, which I'm sure you're a nice dude in real life, hopefully, to your kids and your wife, you know. But I don't know. Let's continue.
A lot of my haters are that way. They tell me they can't stand my face on a daily basis. And I've even made tutorial videos explaining to them how they can shut off their browser and go fucking watch My Little Pony cartoons, but people don't listen. It is what it is. So as you guys have probably figured out, as far as I'm concerned, Jared Genesis is a piece of trash. I'm not going to have him on the show. This is his own words. This is the guy actually saying that he would date a 9-year-old and do things like that. I don't want somebody like that around my family or my friends or whatever. As a person who was victimized as a child, as a person who actually experienced this level of abuse as a child, there's no fucking way You see, ladies and gentlemen, I do have a limit. I'm not like all these Christians out here where I do the whole saved by grace thing. And if you find Jesus,
I don't really think that you are a real Christian. I really don't. I think you're just as phony as the Shanity. So, yeah.
everything's good, have your Twinkies, Doritos, pass go, collect $200. Fuck all that. I believe that if you hurt children, then I agree with what Jesus said, that you should just tie a rope.
Didn't they hurt children in the Bible? Isn't that something that they all like to do, is hurt children in some kind of way? Huh? First time I was ever essayed was at church. So, clearly you can see where I stand on the whole religion shit. That's nothing but bullshit. I was getting beat at home and fondled at church, so isn't that wonderful?
Your neck and jump off into the ocean and be lost forever in the darkness of the sea. That's what the fuck I think. I think that anytime I hear about people who are pedophiles or rapists getting destroyed in prison, I don't give a fuck. I think they got exactly what was coming to them. And I'll even bring it to the next level, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care if you claim to be a Christian. I don't care if you claim to have walked through paradise holding God's hand. If you suggest or imply that you're into kids at all, then you're fucking done. Brett Keane literally can't.
Chris Jones was convicted several times of being a PDF file.
Cancels you. You're canceled.
And I don't really care about you wanting Chris on your show. There was a lot of people that wanted to talk to Chris because there was a lot of people talking about Chris Jones. And they wanted to, I would have been interested to hear what Chris Jones said, even though if you go to Mark Stoney's channel, there should still be a video of the recording of the meeting that they had when Mark Stoney took his kid and left. And he left because Hovind said Chris is welcome anytime he wants. Okay? So, I don't care about that, but you're over here being all gung-ho about how a PDF file is fucking done, canceled, is gonna get messed up in prison in your eyes. I'm just saying. And the fact that you brought Chris Jones up in the beginning of this, when you're like, oh, I know there's some people out there that's gonna be like, but Brett... These are things that I guess you already think about, because I doubt anyone's coming at you like that. I don't know.
That's it. Now, unlike the atheist out there, Jared, if you see this video, I'm not going to make video after video about you and do all this shit. I feel like you've been exposed.
You're just going to sit here and try to make video after video about TJ Paul and Scotty and trying to ride that grift and transgender school shooters and that fucking Jason Aldean song, break up in a small town. Try that in a small town. Yeah, and just all your dumb shit and your hate mongering, loaded ass hot buzzword bullshit. It's fucking annoying.
Enough. I'm not one of these type of people who want to dedicate my entire channel to some person who's too stupid to think before they talk, and number two, doesn't have the common fucking decency to keep his mitts off children. So you're not going to get a TV series from me. This is pretty much probably going to be the last time I ever even mention your fucking name. I made a mistake. I should have probably looked into you more, but I'm not an atheist troll. I don't go seeking out the negativity or the evil of people.
Are you fucking stupid? I'm not an atheist troll. I don't go looking for people's mistakes. Look, Brett, just because there's a bunch of trolling fuck all shit about you on the internet doesn't mean that you were obligated to just give every fucking buddy else the benefit of the doubt. I get it, you're trying to treat others how you would want to be treated, okay? From one corny motherfucker to another. Take it from me, I've done some shit in my life, but just because I've done some shit doesn't mean I have to be nice to everybody. Fuck people. Look into people before you fucking associate with them. That's just common sense. I thought you were from the mean streets of St. Louis. You should look into everybody. I don't understand. The things you say don't make sense with the persona that you're putting out there about yourself.
Evil tends to find me, and then I find out. I don't go looking for bad shit about people.
That's not it. It's just, if I don't understand, if someone had some kind of, that's why you look people up, to make sure they're not a fucking PDF file. Everybody has a fucking background check when they go and have a job. Most places, any respectable fucking place does a background check on who they hire. It's not looking at the negativity, you fucking idiot. It's just, you have kids. I'm surprised I have to explain this to you. If you're going to associate yourself with somebody, you're going to have to make sure that you're associating yourself with the right people. Because when you have a family, it's not just about you anymore. What affects you affects your family. And with as much as you cry about your family on the internet, as much as I've seen, you'd think you'd be the first motherfucker to pop up and do right by your family. You know, you can't just keep playing the plausible deniability card. You can't just keep doing that. You are getting too fucking old, Brett. Grow up.
I try to see the best in people. I see what I can work with, and then I invite people and then go from there. But after seeing this fucking video, what a mess. What a mess. Well, you win some, you lose some, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I'll have to seek out friendship elsewhere, because there's no fucking way.
What does that mean? Does that mean you tried to seek out friendship with Jared Genesis? What, you're trying to befriend, I guess, Christians that DP talks about? You're trying to get back into it? You're trying to, you just want attention. I wish you'd just say that. You're not very good at the performance art. I mean, you have to love this, right? Because if you didn't, you wouldn't keep coming back and then leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back. I don't understand. Truly, I really don't. Like, there's been times I've been a hot fucking mess on the internet, and then I disappeared for a decade. So, you know, I came back with some thicker fucking skin, and that's what you do. You just own the shit. You just fucking idiot. I swear to God.
Earth that I'm going to associate myself with something like this. Has nothing to do with internet reputation, has nothing to do with how I'm concerned about how people may perceive me, because I don't give a fuck about that. I just hate people who are like this. Period. Okay? It's one of the reasons why I will never get along with somebody like Ben from the Drunken Peasants. It's one of the reasons...
Stop right fucking there. Hold the phone. Unless you have some kind of fucking evidence, you can't just be saying shit like that, Brett. Like, your daddy must not have hit you hard enough, because you are still out here running your fucking chops, man. You can't say shit like that unless you have some evidence. Jared Genesis right here has, outed himself as a PDF file. He doesn't, I guess he doesn't care. Okay? You need to, I need to see some evidence. You know, you can't just say shit like that. You can't just... why don't you go say that, like, to his face? I'd love that. I would pay you to see that. For you to go walk up to Ben from the Drunken Peasants, call him a PDF file, and see... and see what happens to you. You know? Do that.
One of the big reasons why I'll never be able to forgive somebody like TJ Kirk, who has been caught with child porn and other bullshit.
Was he caught with CP, or was he just, like, chill with a dude that got caught, like... Or, what, did he have a lolly dude? Something about a lolly dude. I don't know. All of that is still not known to me, at least to me. And I just don't believe Brett. And he always makes these claims about people, but never shows any kind of evidence, you know? And he doesn't know these guys in real life, in person. He doesn't know them. You know, you need to... That Jared is giving us evidence right here. I don't understand why you use this as a way to call Ben and former co-hosts of the Drunken Peasants PDF files. I don't understand for a measly 147 views and 7 likes. I mean, is that for real? You know, this would just be some kind of side hobby to others as they're working a full-time job. But this is what you've done for 20 years, is set your fucking ass on the internet and just run your fucking mouth. Oh, but I bet if you were confronted by, like, a man in person, you'd cry like a bitch.
Also confessing with his own mouth and his own words what he's participated in. And
I want to know where.
That's the reason.
I want to know where. Are there any links in this description? No, it's just a bunch of plugs. And his phone number. And his Gmail. And his Twitter. And his Rumble. And his books. And there's a Brett Keane store. Donate to Brett Keane. Oh, he's got his Cash App there. He's got his PP there. He's got his Amazon wish list. He's got a URL. He's got a wish list. But no links to any kind of Google Docs or a link to footage of TJ saying out his own mouth that he likes whatever. When you make these heavy type of claims, Brett, you want to give evidence, and that's not me being a smart ass. I am new to being fans of this podcast. So, I don't believe a fucking word that comes out of your mouth, but if you had, like, proof and, like, evidence or something, anything at all other than what the fuck you're just blubbering out of your face, that would be good. That would be most good, Brett.
Reason, ladies and gentlemen, period. All right, that's all I got to fucking say. I am removing the video prior to this where I endorsed him and invited him on. Jared Genesis, you are canceled. You are the weakest link.
You can't even do that right. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Right? Or am I wrong? I don't know. I was born in the 90s. I have no fucking idea about anything, apparently. What else we got here? When's that gonna be live? I probably won't be looking at that. There was a bit where I was in Brett Keane's thing, but that's an 8-hour-long fucking show, and I don't even remember where I was. It was so out of nowhere. Hold on, let me see. I'll try to look for it anyway. I'm not interested in the conversation he had with the atheist lady. I couldn't give a fuck less. What's this?
I was going to say, I completely understand where Raging Atheist is coming from. Whenever I was a
non-believer. I'm not sure exactly when I come in.
Well, if he cares about it.
Sure she can.
Going up on that cross.
You know, and the shorties had long hair. The females had really long hair because they use them as antennas to communicate. You know, like how back in the day,
There was some
The Bible talks
wackadoo. There's some wackadoo dude in here that got kicked out eventually.
about it, how women would cover their
well, hold on. We got somebody out here complaining. They said this is the caliber of people Brett is attracting to his
Oh, I
channel
think
these
I
days.
was.
Well, I could run it like an atheist podcast. We could all drink, do drugs, and have porn stars on.
Fuck yeah!
You know, it is what it is.
But honestly,
we had Satan about a month ago.
This is one of the most interesting conversations I've been in a long time.
I'm gonna see if I can put myself.
I think it's interesting too. We got somebody out there.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can put myself right here. Hi. I'm gonna move myself a little bit. Put myself on camera. Okay. Yeah, at some point I come in here, so let's see.
Complaining though, I figured I'd put him on the hot spot though.
Sorry.
No, so you were walking, you were getting some.
He made paintings of things that he had experienced. He was abducted, and he got.
You're kind of talking. Then I mean that's not even really like a new theory. That's werewolf that was like real, like everybody. The kingdom of Babylon, right?
That's a good question. No, why? Why was this one part? We need to figure that out. Was it demons?
Because Babylon conquered them. Take a lot of this shit seriously. Like,
relax, dude. Said Missing Mod.
Citations, and you know I'm one that
see, that dude
Google
was
a lot of stuff. So
that dude was in there going crazy. I'm trying to figure out. When did I come in?
Torn apart by demons, and then every morning I'm gonna wake up whole, and it like I'm probably not voting this time around. I get in a lot of trouble for it. Like Trump's a fucking fascist. If I do vote, it'll be for Biden because I hate Trump.
Oh, Rage! I wonder if Rage still feels that way.
Yo, see, that's the problem I have with politics. People shouldn't fucking get into politics if they don't know what the fuck.
I understand politics on a level that you do not, my friend.
You shouldn't. No, all right.
So you even understand what a fascist is?
That's not what I was talking about. I wasn't imposing what you were saying. I don't like Trump nor Biden, but you shouldn't vote for any of them.
If one's a fascist and one is not, you always
okay. Like, okay, you know, like your stories and stuff. Oh, here's me.
Guy in the world.
That little girl that he's sniffing the little girl's hair.
No, there's multiple. Come on, man. This guy.
Now, I do want to say, in this video, I was obviously extremely nice. Not overly nice. I don't come in here and act like a fucker or anything like that. That'll probably be perceived as me being fake or whatever. I don't fucking care.
No, fucking.
No, I say he's got a hair fetish without a doubt. No, that doesn't mean he's a fucking pedophile. What evidence do you have that he's a fucking pedophile?
I forget the pedophile talk. What bill did he sign in 1992 or was it 1996? He is the reason there was so many dark-skinned men in.
That's usually what I ask people. What's your theological position, political disposition? So you're not into politics and don't really have.
Okay, hold on. Here's me.
Who was funding his son? His dad.
That's rough.
I don't know. I think Trump should have been impeached. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy about it. I think that I mean, that's my knock against Joe Biden is he's old and he's fucking.
Like, you know, obviously I've seen what's out there on YouTube. I'm not hating or anything. Hold on.
Well, you do know that you're loud and obnoxious and aggravating, right?
Oh, hold on.
You're talking fascism. That's a different.
Okay.
Yeah, no. When people hand you two options, you know, that's why that shit bothers me. The fact that there's always just two people running and shit for some.
For one, there's nothing on Joe Biden being a pedophile. He has a weird hair fetish.
Oh no, that guy is a fucking.
The only person he's accused of sexually harassing was like a 39-year-old staffer.
Yeah, because he's been in politics for 40 years.
He's not responsible for his son.
He's a sniffer.
His daughter claimed he harassed her.
Yo, you really actually. No, the point is that when somebody hands you something, you're not, and you know it's bad, you're not supposed to take it. Even if you have two options, only two options. Take neither. Why
No,
not? Why not
no
take neither?
bullshit.
Instead, you want to just pick one, the better one.
If you
Even though
think
they're
one,
both bad,
if
that's
you think
crazy.
one is a fascist, you vote against a fascist.
Come on.
That's
Yeah. All right.
political
So
philosophy
the
101.
fascist against the pedophile.
Nah.
Really? Yeah,
So,
you gonna pick the
again,
pedophile?
what evidence do you have that Joe Biden's a pedophile?
Yo, this guy fucking sniffs little girls. There's videos of this guy being the creepiest guy in the world. Are you
That
kidding
little
me?
girl that he's sniffing the little girl's hair is
No,
his
there's
granddaughter.
multiple. There's multiple. Come on, man. This guy is a fucking.
No,
idiot.
I say he's got a hair fetish without a
Alright,
doubt,
no,
but that
even
doesn't mean
that.
he's a fucking pedophile. What
Alright.
evidence do you have that he's a fucking pedophile?
All right, forget the pedophile talk.
Oh my God, come on.
What bill did he sign in 1992 or was it 1996? He is the reason there was so many dark-skinned men in the United States
He's not
imprisoned.
the,
Imprisoned in
Oh,
the
here I am.
90s.
He was one of
Look,
many that signed a bill, yes.
No,
And he's not the reason. Like, if you're gonna put that blame on anybody, you got to put it on Clinton.
no.
Clinton was president.
Oh my God.
Clinton signed it into law. Joe Biden didn't. You can't put that shit on Joe Biden.
I don't put anything on Joe Biden. He's old and senile. He is not. putting
Yeah,
his shit
like
on-
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's my knock against Joe Biden is he's old and he's fucking losing his mind.
Nah, you need to understand.
He's a
Nah.
politician's politician. That's what he does. But I mean,
You-
being a
you are
pedophile,
wrong.
or I mean, the 99. It was 1999. The 99 crime bill. Like, yeah, he voted for it, but
It wasn't 1999.
it was a Republican
It wasn't
compromise.
1999.
Oh my
It was
God.
the 99 crime bill.
Man,
No,
doesn't matter
no.
which year.
It was no. There's a certain bill that he passed. I forgot which one it was. That he bill that
Okay.
he wrote, and I think it was
Come on.
92. And after that, that is when all the prisons started getting. That's when policemen started.
Or, yeah,
like,
no,
doing,
yeah, I
doing
got
all
the-
the
I got
worst
the date wrong.
things.
It probably was. So let me think.
Come on, man. No, this guy is
All
a
right,
criminal.
all
He's
right.
he's been in politics
Okay,
for over
here we
40
go.
years.
Clinton's term ended in 2000. Yeah, it was probably like 90.
Okay, so I'm about to come in, and I do a lot of blubbering myself, you know, because I've never talked to him before. Yet I've listened to the individual situation compilations probably thousands of times, because it makes me laugh and it helps me get through my day. As fucked up as that sounds, I don't really care. Some of us have to work for a living.
96, the crime bill. But like
Yeah, I think it
Clinton
was,
was the one that signed it into law, and he signed it as a compromise with the Republicans. In fact, when he signed it into law, we said Clinton was out Republicaning the Republicans. But I'm not denying that Joe Biden had a part of that. But like, you can't lay that at Joe Biden's feet. That's all of Congress. Every Republican, every Democrat that voted for it, Bill Clinton.
You really like this guy.
No, I know politics. Like you're
really like this guy.
All right,
no,
guys.
I don't. I dislike Joe Biden.
All right, guys.
Come on,
I'm a Bernie,
what?
I'm
How
a
you
Bernie
gonna say you
Sanders.
dislike him? How
I'm
you
a
gonna
Bernie
say?
Sanders guy.
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
like Joe Biden.
We got a guest in the room, High Priestess. How are you doing? Do you got your microphone working?
Yeah. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Let everyone take a time out for a little bit because he's getting louder and louder, and you said he makes you anxious, so I'll slow that down.
Oh shit. No, I totally appreciate and respect his honesty. That's why I was like, oh, we'll just do a solo thing, cause yeah, it's not just him. That's just how I am.
Have you ever been on
cringe.
live streams before or podcast?
Just a couple of them.
All right, well, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well.
What's your political disposition?
Suck
Yeah,
a dick.
what is
I
your-
don't really give a shit about any of that. It doesn't make a difference to me.
All right, so
And it doesn't make a difference to me because it in my lifetime it has not mattered who was the president. Everything is still fucking shit. So maybe that's just my depressive disorder, or I'm just being honest.
that's usually what I ask people. What's your theological?
Yeah, I know,
position,
Brett.
Political
I know.
disposition. So you're not into politics and don't really have really a stance on theology.
Nope.
Not really.
All right. Well, there's a difference between believing or having faith in something and also wanting something. Is there anything that you would like to be about the universe besides alien anuses and balls, what we were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
No, I've just been working for the past 10 years, you know, shit
Yep.
like politics and all this other stuff ain't really something that's been on my mind. So usually what I do is, I I see that guy in the chat. He said, "I fucking hate getting singled out like this."
Well, you do know that you're loud and obnoxious and aggravating, right, Mr. Erwin? And we just need to take a break from alien balls and cow molestation for a little bit, just a little while, all right?
See, he's trying to make a fool out of this guy.
Sorry about that, High Priestess.
Oh, sorry about that.
All right. All right. So what are some of your hobbies? What are some of the things that you enjoy doing for fun?
I work.
I've just been working, but I got hurt, so I've been off work for a couple weeks. So I've been just doing this, just being on the internet, I guess. I'm still kind of new to everything.
Yeah,
Are you
little
currently
bit.
going through? Are you currently going through like a silent reflection?
No, bitch.
A what? No.
No. See, I'm just so
So
boring.
you've been making some YouTube videos. I was looking at your channel. You seem like you like to have a lot of fun. Are you the same person who said I remind you of your brother? And I said, well, he must be an awesome son of a gun then.
He's, you know, I'm friends with Missing Maud and stuff, and you know, she's told me you've had a hard life and everything, and my brother has had a hard life, and listening to a lot of your ramblings and stuff sometimes reminds me of sitting around and talking to him. We both got completely different views on things, but completely capable of speaking.
Right.
Well, that's good. So you get along with your brother.
Well, we're not talking right now. He's got he's in rehab. he's big, like I said, he's had a hard time.
So it's just the kind of rough exterior that reminds you of me being your brother.
Kind of, and like also, I know the vibe. Like, you know, obviously, I've seen what's out there on YouTube. I'm not hating or anything. I've had some good laughs. It's all been good fun. But I like hearing your singing, and I like the kind of music that you would talk about.
Now that's genuine. Okay? That's genuine. You know, me not being able to sing exactly like my beloved artists, but still doing it anyway, I can relate to that. And writing books as a teenager that were just one big mashed up paragraph, I can relate to that. I have written several books like that, and I've done readings on my live streams of me reading that trash. I do not know who told him to actually try to publish those and share them. If anything, you should have remastered it. Refined your writing skill, learn some things, and rewrite it. If you adore those stories that much, that shouldn't be your main product that you're putting out. That should be bonus features, dude. You know what I mean? You should rewrite your stories. Or send them to me and I'll rewrite them for you.
I'm not big into Slayer. It's a bit before my time, but negative stuff and like, okay, you know, like your stories and stuff that you used to write. I have composition notebooks full of just stuff I wrote when I was in high school and middle school and stuff like that, and just, I don't know, it's cool, it's creative, and so that's the kind of stuff that I would resonate with, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if you heard the story about that. I originally,
I did.
As a teenager, just put it up in a suitcase up in the closet, but my wife and her friends were cleaning. They found it and they go, "Why don't you try to publish this or something?"
What the fuck?
Like, I was a damn kid when I wrote this shit.
Yeah, I've tried to do videos where, oh my gosh, like I wrote a zombie apocalypse story and I sat there and I have never read it out loud before, and I read it to my husband. And I was like, man, it was a good concept, but I was definitely 15 when I wrote this.
Well, you know, you could either rewrite or arrange it a little differently and try to get it published.
Yep.
The only reason he's not in IFB is because of his love-hate relationship with Steven Anderson and two narcissists.
Okay.
Right? Like,
I don't give a shit about any.
Back in the day when it was videos, you got everything, man. It was crazy.
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
early YouTube and early internet, that was crazy. Definitely a Wild West.
Hermaphrodites, but they're so rare. But that was the video.
I mean, you could go like
yeah.
LimeWire. You could go like LimeWire, try to like
LimeWire.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
You try to like download an illegal version of whatever which movie, you get a freaking porno.
Just download music.
Oh yeah, dude. Those were.
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about here, but I'm getting tired now. Well, hopefully I didn't hurt too many feelings. Yeah, I'm going to go to bed.